Well, I made a bit of a prediction, this time not about politics, but about sports. Now, NBA Finals. Look, the Spurs and the Heat played last year. The Heat won in dramatic fashion. Spurs were really close, but God, everybody was expecting just as close an outcome this time around, except one person. Let's see what Cenk Uygur predicted earlier in this series. Let's watch. All right, I'm doing this sports video just so that I could be on the record. You ready for this? Spurs in 5. That's mental, right? Watch. If they do it in 5 or less, I'm coming back with the belt. Don't make me get the belt. Hear me now, quote me later. It looks like you made me get the belt. You made me do it. Okay, now that video, if you watch the whole thing in its entirety, you'll see that it was recorded after the first game, but I explained that I had already put a bet down before the series began. It was just a matter of when we taped it. Someone asked on YouTube whether I've collected on that bet. Yes, I have. They asked whether that was good money. Yes, it was. Okay, when you bet the Spurs in 5, you make good money when that comes through. Okay, so now the main reason we're doing this is because of the haters. So I do that prediction video on TYT Sports, and I love the comments. All right, so first, this was, of course, earlier before we found out that it was the Spurs in 5. Okay, of course, that happened last night in an amazing series. And I explained in that video why I thought they were going to win. I explained it in a couple of TYT Sports videos. One of the best teams, in fact, the best team play I have ever seen in basketball. And I said the San Antonio team was significantly better than they were last year, which is amazing because they're actually older in a lot of ways, not because of their main stars being older. Yes, they have some younger talent like Kawhi Leonard. But also because the Heat are not quite as good. Anyway, I had an explanation. It wasn't like I'm like, oh, I don't know, I'll just say Spurs in 5. I've been watching, and so that's what it was based on. Now, let's get to the haters, which is the fun part. ZHD394, after he sees the video, about a week ago, writes, "Are you really watching NBA? You're too ignorant to say that it will be the Spurs in just 5 games. Miami won game 2, series tied at 1-1. This Cenk's a complete moron. You better quit your job now, man. This show sucks after Rick left." Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get that in your eye? So then somebody asked him, now that it's clear that that actually is what happened, hey, not going to give credit to Cenk? They asked for a little further down on the YouTube video. And my friend ZHC394 comes back and says, look at this. Yeah, credit to Mr. Cenk. There you go, a little respect. I made a big mistake judging this guy. He's brilliant in predicting this series. Respect to you, sir. Well, I'm going to give ZHC394 a lot of credit, man. Who admits they're wrong on the internet other than me? I love bragging when I'm right, and I'm the first one to admit it when I'm wrong. So that's very TYT of you. So God bless your heart. Mr. ZHD394. Okay, now let's go back to the haters. More from about a week ago. Pinter Steven says, just stick to the donuts. That's the only thing you're good at. I'm not quite sure you're very good at grammar either, but that's a whole nother thing. Of course, it's YouTube. And then Turkish Baller with a little bit of et tu brute. Are you high, Cenk? Which got 10 likes and was among the most popular comments because there's many others that also said, oh, you're high. Yeah, what are you smoking, Spurs in 5? Just Bree writes, since Spurs will not win in 5, hear me now, quote me now. Shake my head, Cenk. Okay, I love this. One last one. Keefriff99 says, okay, so the Spurs have to win 3 in a row now. Cenk, love you, but you're insane on this one. Okay, I'd like to show you 3 things. First is, once again, this. Second is this.
Tell me how my ass tastes. Okay, tell me how my ass tastes. Okay, everybody, tell me how my ass tastes.
Wait, did I forget to put this on my shoulder again? And then finally, to all the critics who shook their head, shook their face, I have one more video for you.
Fix your face. Fix your face.
You know that.
You know that. All right, finally, credit to the people who showed up after the Spurs actually won it in 5. Here's some quick comments on that. This was purely prophetic, Spurs in 5. And Diaw, wow, because I'd also talked about how much I like Boris Diaw. My favorite might be I'm a Beast, I know. It says, Cenk Nostradamus Uger does it again with the boldest prediction of all time. Now, these are YouTube comments I can get behind. But no, you are all going to love Peter, I think, the most. He writes in, this might actually come true. If it does, I think the universe will implode under the weight of Cenk's smugness. You're quite right, Peter. And finally, Christopher, LOL, Cenk with his belt, greatest thing ever. Christopher, I couldn't agree more. It does shine.